I don't really upload to this channel. You guys know me, okay? The last time I uploaded was probably months and months ago. Doesn't really matter because apparently we've had another shooting by ICE. I didn't cover the last few months, okay? I have covered it a little bit on stream, all right? Like on my own time, as you guys well know. I stream every night at around 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And I don't really have an editor for this channel, so I'm just doing everything by myself. But regardless, okay, another person, just like Renee Good, has been killed by ICE. Now, if you haven't seen the video yet, um, just a warning, it is very brutal. It is very graphic. Um, and even though there isn't really any blood or gore or any of that kind, I think, from the different angles that I've seen, basically the way I can describe it is a man named, I think his name was, uh, so his name is Alex Pretti. He was basically shown in the video to be pinned to the floor, um, like essentially football tackled by a bunch of ICE officers, uh, pinned to the ground, and then an agent unloaded and like what it looks like to be an entire magazine. I have no idea. Okay, but he just began shooting, and he began to flee the scene as if he wasn't already protected by his buddies. It is some of the most pathetic, cowardly, dipshit, Waffle House subsidizing thing, like bullshit I've ever seen. Okay, it disgusts me to my core because from my point of view, it's like, wow, as somebody living in California, just so you know, California is the fourth largest economy in the world. We produce more now than Japan, okay? But we have to pay our money to the federal government, to the United States government. What that means is that the red states are running at a deficit, okay? We are subsidizing these pathetic fat losers who are going around executing our American citizens. Now, if you feel like you are light, or if you feel like you're white and you're safe, you're not safe. Renee Good and Alex were both white. They were both white, okay? Executed. If you think some deep part of yourself, oh, I'm safe, you're not safe, okay? You don't have to be brown, okay? At least if you're brown, you get detained and then you'll die in one of the ICE facilities. That's just how it works right now, okay? So the literal fucking Gestapo, all right, is going around executing people for the Fourth Reich. It seems as though Tim Walz has deployed the National Guard. We have no idea what's going to happen out of that. Who knows if I'll make another video for 4 months. But, that's one thing to, I don't know, observe, I guess. But we have already very disgusting things coming out of the White House. Here's JD Vance saying, when I visited Minnesota, what the ICE agents wanted more than anything was to work with local law enforcement so that situations on the ground didn't get out of hand. The local leadership in Minnesota has so far refused to answer those requests. This is obviously a very, very stupid statement, mainly because, well, the police departments actually do not know when ICE is moving in. They don't know anything about when ICE is moving in. There's been reports of them being surprised. They have no idea like when they're coming in. It's just completely out of nowhere. Trust me, they would want ICE to contact them if they ever moved into the area. But it's like a city town hit and runs, hit and run situation. Like that's kind of what it looks like, whatever. They just suddenly come in, blitzkrieg, because they're SS. Okay, they blitzkrieg themselves through a city or a town. All right, causing havoc, spreading terror. They're terrorists. They're most definitely terrorists. Like in my opinion, frankly, I don't give a fuck about the legal definition. They are terrorists. Okay, they're causing terror. They're causing people to panic. I'm just using the definition the way the weight has to be used in that sense. Okay, so here we have President Trump. Okay, our glorious McDonald's connoisseur in chief. Okay, this is the gunman's gun, loaded with 2 additional full magazines and ready to go. What is that all about? Where are the local police? Why aren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job. The ICE had to protect themselves. Now, this is obviously a very stupid statement, considering how, again, there seems to be no coordination with the police, in addition to the ICE officers just acting like thugs. The reason why they don't want to work with the police officers, not the other way around, is probably because they would be arrested for breaking the law. And the police officers will have to reach a very awkward situation where they are forced to arrest ICE, okay, which is based. But that's not going to happen because ICE is coming in and doing random hit and runs like these, okay? They travel to and fro in unmarked vehicles. Nobody knows whether or not somebody is ICE or not, if they're wearing like a ski mask or a mask or anything of that sort, because they're always like unidentified. Nobody knows who fires anything or whatever. All right. So yeah, like this is this is so stupid. Obviously, all of this is a manufactured lie. It's not just that they're being stupid; they're actively being malicious. Not an easy thing to do. Why does Ilhan Omar, nothing to do with Ilhan Omar, have $34 million in her account? And where are the tens of billions of dollars that have been stolen from the once great state of Minnesota? It's funny that he mentions Ilhan Omar, $34 million, considering how he literally scammed so much money, billions, I believe, out of Trump coin, right? Rug pulling the United States of America, the biggest cryptocurrency scam of all time, okay? We are there because of massive monetary fraud with billions of dollars missing and illegal criminals that were allowed to infiltrate the state through the Democrats' open border policy. We want the money back. What policy? I have no idea. Who the fuck knows? We want the money back, and we want it back now. Those fraudsters who stole the money are going to jail where they belong. There is no different than a really big bank robbery. Not sure why it's capitalized, but there you go. Much of what you're witnessing is a cover-up for this theft and fraud. The mayor and the governor are inciting insurrection with their pompous, dangerous, and arrogant rhetoric. Instead, these sanctimonious, nice use of thesaurus.com. I refuse to believe you even know how to use that word, but okay. Political fools should be looking for the billions of dollars that have been stolen from the people of Minnesota and the United States of America. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, had been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. If they were still there, you would see something far worse than you're witnessing today. Does this sound like de-escalating tensions to you? Whenever conservatives come to you asking you to condemn violence or to calm down people on your side from attacking ICE officers or busting into churches, remember this. Remember this. They refuse to condemn anybody on their side. If they are asking you to condemn, do not. Do not condemn. You guys are playing by fundamentally different rules right now, okay? You're trying to play soccer, and the other soccer team has AK-47s, okay? You're not trying to forget about kicking the ball into the net, okay? They're gonna kill you. It's like soccer, but one side has like a brick for every single person in their hand, okay? This is not, yeah. And the fact that Donald Trump is like threatening something far worse, like, oh, you'll see something far worse than you are seeing, witnessing it, whatever. This is setting up for like actual like civil war type shit, okay? And frankly, honestly, I don't even know if we're gonna see a civil war. Because to be frank, I think that if Trump ever decides to escalate things to its utmost, he would be enacting genocide. Okay? He would be enacting genocide on anyone whose BMI is less than 30. I promise you, these are what these ICE officers are looking for. Anybody who is skinnier than obese. Because these people, these Waffle House, diabetes, healthcare recipients, getting their money from California, no, I'm done. All right? And you should be too. Okay? Make some noise, go out there and do something. And yeah, I never upload to this channel, but hey, you know, this was in theme. I want to get my thoughts out there before the stream, while I'm feeling some type of way about it. And yeah, that's it. All right. Bye. Catch me on stream. All right. Foodshops.